Well, hello and welcome to Resonance, your Tarot Plus reading. Purpose is very simple. Find and activate your matrix energy because the whole concept of resonance is showing you clearly how the pieces fit together and how they work together, how they magnify one another. So, using tarot as your ultimate destination, we use astrology and numerology as your metaphysical GPS. It guides you to your spiritual destination, the stuff that you determined before you were even born in the 5D. And the tarot frequency is where you resonate at your manifesting best. Now, combining all of these parts and pieces, the numerology, the astrology, and the tarot, you begin to tap into your kryptonite. That's what it is. It's your kryptonite, your ultimate power, the power of spiritually based imagination. Now, it's a gift from birth. We all have it. And we are experimenting with it, using it, developing it all the time. Problem is that we don't do it in a positive way. Yeah, I know the words. We can read scripts. Oh, I'm wonderful. Oh, I'm beautiful. Oh, I'm a. But inside, our spirit is going, "You're crazy, man. You crazy." And in the end, we don't resonate with our true potential. So the purpose of this reading is to get all the tools, all the parts and the pieces, and to get your spirit to resonate with that potential that God gave you. Now, to help you step into your imagination, create your destiny, that's the whole purpose of this. And we reinforce that with images, with numerology, with astrology, whatever we can to get you to really lock in like a laser beam on your imagination. Now, today's resonating energy is the bullshit ends. Yeah, we're going to delineate that. But we got to get through this period, and this period says enough is enough, and enough is too much. So, here comes some news that you can use, very practical kind of stuff to help fire up that kryptonite energy. It's what you need to know right now, and it comes from one of the fathers of the American Revolution, Patrick Henry. The astrological energy of the American Revolution has just reappeared in America. It takes about 250 years for Pluto to go all the way around the solar system. Why it takes so long? And to get the planets, at least Uranus, because that's what happened when we had the American Revolution, Pluto and Uranus, which is, of course, evolution and revolution combined. They are now touching the same spaces. That's why we're having our 250th anniversary in America next July 4th. Okay? They were having as tough a time in forming this nation as we have in trying to keep it together. We look at all the stuff going on these days and go, God, man, it's just a bunch of horseshit. It is. But that's the human experience. And Patrick Henry was a great speech giver. Oh, absolutely fabulous. And as they were getting ready, I don't know whether it was the Bill of Rights, the Confederation Rights, Declaration of Independence, whatever it was, they were having a tough time. So he gives a speech, stands up at Continental Congress, and the last few words are peace, peace. Everybody wants it, but there can be no peace. It's give me liberty or give me death. And it was so impassioned, so on point, that all the rest of that stuff, the logjam, the political logjam, kind of broke up for a little while. And boom, there you go. So that's the picture of a man on fire for liberty, for justice, and he's willing to put it all on the line. That is resonance. That's how all the pieces fit together in his life and for us generations down the road. And if that picture is worth 1,000 words, why don't we look at images to help you resonate with the energy in your higher imagination? All righty? So let's see what we have here. We got some fascinating things to get to. How about insight number one? I love this guy. There's an old bullshit cowboy right there for you. He says the gas coming out of our cows ain't near as dangerous as the bullshit coming out of our politicians and business. Every aspect of life is poisoned. So this guy in the picture here, yeah, I'm with him. I'm with him. And that is what you need, I believe, what the whole country needs to resonate to be in a much better place. Let's go to insight number two. The Stoic mind. They were very, very practical people, bottom line kind of people. And the quote from the Stoic Mind Mastery today is what you reach for in boredom reveals your true hunger. The drunkard drinks not from thirst, but from emptiness. And if you look around in America, if you look around in the world, we're empty. They've taken away our spirit. They've taken away our humanity, and they want to go even farther. They want to go even farther. That's why 2026 is the year when the bullshit ends. Because if we don't stop it, they're not going to stop it anyway either. They're rolling, baby. They're rolling. And the manifesting insight number three, when you know what their end game is, you can see that every staged event is another component for the new world order takeover. It's as simple as that. And all they have is browbeat us to scare us into submission. They can't force us. They know that. But if we're going to be sheep, if the bullshit doesn't end, if we don't get to the truth, they win. You ain't going to like the results. I promise you for sure. How about if you do the astrology we said we were going to, huh? This is the GPS. And the advice for this star script today is listen for what can't be heard. 2026 is going to need you to listen with your spirit, not your ears, your spirit, because you're looking for truth. Your ears can get all messed up. You can get sidetracked. But your spirit will guide you. Of course, we're kind of disconnected from our spirit, so that's going to take a reconnection thing going on. But 2026, you're going to be pressured, pushed, pulled into this new world order. And top of the list, because it's the final part of the puzzle that they need, is your ID. They want your digital ID because with that, one-stop shopping for them. And there's going to be no bargains for any of us. So in 2026, listen for what the ears can't hear. And don't worry, you're going to be guided. Don't worry. Let's go to the tarot because it's in the cards. We got three real powerful cards today. Death. Death is inevitable, like taxes, except I think that death is probably more enjoyable. The point of the matter is death is not death in the traditional sense, and certainly not in 2026. Oh, yeah, some things are going to die. They have to. You got to walk away. But death is shedding and transformation, and that's exactly what we need. 2026, the bullshit ends. We have to rid ourselves of the bullshit that we've been told. Virtually every William Casey was the head of the CIA in the 1980s. A reporter asked him about the work that they do at the CIA and so on and so forth, and he said, "We know our work at the CIA will be done when everything citizens believe is a lie." William Casey, the guy who ran the CIA, telling it like it is. We're lying to you. And you stupid asses just can't get enough of it. So that's the death card, shedding and transformation. Justice, do not confuse it with equity. We were not meant to have the same things the same way all the time. In other words, You weren't meant to necessarily be good looking or rich or famous or everybody has their own destiny. That's why I do astrology. There are 12 houses, close to a dozen planets. You got the moon, you got the eclipses, you got retrograde planets. I know very well that there's no such thing as equity in the universe. It is live up to your destiny, your spiritual destiny. That's when you're going to be in alignment. No shortcuts. And the final card is the Sun card, the giver of life. Every living creature on the planet, except for the silicon-based things that usually live underneath the ground, everything that lives above the ground needs the sunshine to live. The plants, the flowers, the crops, the people, we need the sunlight. So if the bullshit needs to come to an end in 2026, get ready to shed and transform all the crap that you have in your life. And again, don't compare yourself to anybody else. It is not equity, it's balance. Live up to your spiritual potential. Doing so will open up a bright, shiny, or shiny, as the case may be, existence. Let the sun shine in, huh? We need it. We thrive it. It is essential for living a good life. Look at the sun as maybe inspiration so that the bullshit does end. We are done. Time is up. Thank you for spending whatever time you did today with me. I appreciate it. It makes it all worthwhile. Also, like and subscribe. I have been noticing, and other people who do these things on the internet, noticing that subscribers are missing. They come and go. And then I was watching some sort of a thing about health, natural health, and it just disappeared right off my computer. Couldn't find it, couldn't go back, went into history, didn't even exist on history. Shit's going on, folks. The bullshit has to come to an end. 2026. Just keep that in mind. And it begins with you, begins with me. So between now and the next time we do this tarot thing together, which I always look forward to, peace and blessings.